Hey everyone. So today we're going to integrate Go for Clients with Gravity Forms to specifically trigger an email notification, an internal alert to our marketing sales team, and also send an auto response in the form of a call to the lead or to the customer that has filled out that form. So this is very powerful. Let's get straight into that right now. Log into your Go for Clients account. Once you're in the dashboard, you can access the drips from the toolbar on the upper right hand side or just clicking on form automation. As you can see, we offer several templates. I have plenty of other videos explaining how to use them. But as I said, today we're going to do a call and a notification via email. So let's use this template. We're going to trigger it from a webhook. That's perfect. That's how we integrate to the forms. Right here, we just need to choose the sender email that we're going to use for sending those email notifications, and then choose a number that Go for Client has assigned for you when you request it, and that's the one you're going to choose. Click on Build Drip. And this is what I like about Go for Clients. They give you everything already built, so it's only about configuration and you're ready to roll. Let's start with that. Click on Start here. And we start with the webhook. You see it's highlighted. The first step is integrating. We need to copy the URL of our webhook. Once it's copied, what you're going to do is you're going to go back to your forms. In this case, we are doing a Gravity Forms. This is their plugin in WordPress. So we go to the forms. In the form, click on the form that you want to edit. You might have several. Go ahead and hover over settings and you can see webhooks right there. Click on webhooks. Once again, click on it and edit. And this is what you'll see. If you have information here, go ahead and delete it. If it's blank, this is where you want to post or paste that URL that we just copied. So I'm pasting it. Make sure the request method is post. Make sure that the request format is JSON, as you see here. Post and JSON. And lastly, you can just give it a name, whatever name you want. Once that's done, all you have to do is click on Save Settings. Perfect. So we've done our homework. Let's go back to Go for Clients and let's continue to the next step. It says waiting for the data. So what we need to do is make sure that we're sending data so that Gopher can validate the integration. We do that by using the form. So what I do is I already have my form published, but you could test it wherever you want. My form is right here in my test website called Go for Test. Here it is, Gravity Form. I'm sure you have your form already as well. And I just fill out information. Make sure the number comes in with a 1 for the country code because we need a country code to send those calls or text messages. I'm just gonna say this. This is just for testing, but I'm gonna submit. And I go to Go for Clients and you see that very quickly we have established an integration, right? You see here that the information, the data received is turned green. So this is a successful integration that just happened. We go to the next step and it's mapping the fields, associating the fields from the form, right? These fields from the form to what Go for Clients needs to send that notification and also to place that call. So when I start activating each one, I have to associate it to the field. Here it doesn't really show like a name field. So I could do it by trial and error, just start clicking on whatever. But you could also just use the see data icon right here and it'll give you again that, it'll show you how the information is coming in. So I can see here that what they call field 1, what Gravity Forms is calling field 1 is giving me a name. What they call field 3 is giving me the email, etc., etc. So that makes it easy. Now that I've seen it, I can continue here with the association. So the email is coming from the 3rd field. The mobile is coming from the phone field, which is number 4. And lastly, that message is coming from field 5. If I need more tags because I have more information on the form, you have plenty to choose from here. And as I said, see data just brings up that how the association is happening internally and you can validate it here externally as we just did. You go to actions. Go to actions is just what is the delay that you want to have before triggering the action. The two actions here are placing that call and sending that notification, that internal alert. I like to do it as soon as possible, just because I know that stats say that if if it takes you a day to reach out to a lead, that reduces the probability of that lead becoming a customer by 60 times. And if even if you even do it faster, like within an hour, it still reduces that probability by 7 times. So immediacy is really the name of the game here. I want to do that as soon as possible. But if you don't want to do it as soon as possible, you could set it for seconds, minutes, days, hours, whatever's convenient for your own flow. All right, guys. So now that I've left it there, we're going to configure the call. We have 3 what we call units. The first one is the call. I don't want to touch too much here. I just want to kind of remind you that we have set up a time. An earliest time to call is 8 o'clock in the morning. The latest time is 8 o'clock at night. You can change those. Just make sure that you're compliant with whatever your specific region protocols are. Right? But we're going to go to the audio section. And although we could use a pre-recorded audio, you can save it and recall it here. I want to focus on text-to-speech, which is one of our most popular features. We're doing it in English, although we could do it in Spanish and Portuguese as well. Once you choose the language, we have different voices, female, male. So we have Ashley, Melissa, Adam. I'm going to go ahead and leave it with Mary. And then we have a text for you. You can change it, of course, as you need. I left a pause here. I want you to keep that pause. It's just so that when somebody answers, your customer, your lead answers your call, that there's a small pause. 1000 is milliseconds, so that you don't start speaking over when they have just picked up the phone. Then you can do hi, press 1 to speak with an expert. I love that example because it talks about, it's asking the person to go ahead and press the number 1 if they want to be transferred. This is just an example, so I love this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that text. I'm going to convert it to speech, to audio. We're going to hear it, and you'll see how cool this is. And then if we like it, we'll keep it. So I'm putting my speakers all the way up. Here it is.
Hi, press 1 to speak with an expert.
Perfect. So I like how that sounds. I don't think I want to do anything else now, because I said press 1 to speak with an expert, and what's going to happen is that when that lead presses 1 on their phone, then I want to transfer that call. So I go to the last unit, and I am going to introduce the phone number where I want to redirect that call to, right there on that box. For this scenario, I'm going to keep that number because that's what I want to test. So super simple. Last thing to do is go ahead and set up the notification. As I said, this is going to be a notification via email. You can send it via SMS. You can send it via voice. I have plenty of other videos with that, so you can check it out. So for the email, I have to put the destination email. I'm going to put mine, but you could send it to your sales guy, to your marketing people, again, to your contact center, whoever's responsible for reaching out to leads as soon as they come in. You could change anything you want, even the design of that email, just by clicking on the call to action there. Change email and look for templates and choose more templates, or maybe if you have already designed something, go ahead and use that. For now, I'm happy with what I've selected. Let me remove this so it doesn't, lets me show you. I'm happy with what I've selected, so all I have to do is click save. Let's give it a name. I'm gonna say that this is the Gravity with Call. So I'll give it that name, save it. And perfect, there it is. That drip is saved, it's active, it's blue, so it's ready to roll. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Let's test it. So what I'm going to do is, to do that, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to share my phone with you guys. But what I'm going to do first is go ahead and trigger that. So I'm coming back here to my form, to my Gravity form. Remember, I have a website where the form is, you have it somewhere, and I'm going to fill it out. So use the information. Don't forget that country code, we need it. And here I'm going to say we need a demo, please. All right, so if I'm the lead, I finished the form and I'm going to submit that. And now what's going to happen is that the drip is going to take over. I'm sharing my phone with you guys. Look at that call coming in immediately. Put it on speaker.
Press 1 to speak with an expert.
So if I press 1, it starts ringing, transferring the call. So I don't want to go through that step ahead, but you saw how quickly that call came in as soon as I finished submitting that form. That's awesome. This is what's going to make you have more conversions and close more sales. Now, internally, I want to show you that I also should have received my notification. So I'm sharing my inbox with you guys, and there you go, guys. I just received a notification. It says go for clients. You have a new lead. So if I'm the marketing team, I'm a sales guy, I'm being alerted that, hey, you know what? Juan just sent us their information, their phone number, and they're requesting a demo. So I know that I have to reach out to them as well. So I already did via phone call. You could play, you could say whatever on that audio, but I also know internally that I need to get in touch with these guys. Very powerful stuff, but again, very easy to integrate with Go for Clients. I hope you love this. I'll see you next time.